As new DC Studios chiefs James Gunn and Peter Safran look to reshape the DC universe, they've reportedly nixed a solo Batman movie that would have starred Michael Keaton. What do we know about it, and how does it relate to The Flash? Would the cancelled Batman Beyond movie have been ideal for Keaton? Stay tuned as we reveal more information. Starting us off, Michael Keaton's solo Batman return nixed. On the hot mic, Jeff Snyder revealed that Warner Brothers was working on a solo Batman film starring Michael Keaton, which would follow his appearance in The Flash. However, after the formation of DC Studios in October, with the hiring of co-CEOs James Gunn and Peter Safran, the duo reportedly killed such plans to bring the 71-year-old Keaton back as a titular Caped Crusader role that he first played in 1989. Christina Hodson, who wrote the scripts for Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, The Flash, and the cancelled Batgirl film, was said to have written the now cancelled revival film. According to the Rap's Humberto Gonzalez, the film is being developed as an adaptation of Batman Beyond, an animated television show from the late 1990s and early 2000s, centered on a well-past-his-prime Bruce Wayne attempting to fight crime in a futuristic Gotham City. Moving on, Michael Keaton's Batman Beyond no more. Michael Keaton's return as Batman has piqued the interest of DC fans in recent years, and this is his first appearance in the Batman costume in more than 30 years. And according to this rumor, he was even on his way to getting his solo film after the events of The Flash, though it still needs to be clarified how he fits into the story with details being so vague. But with so many cancellations, this becomes another casualty as Gunn and Safran rework the grand vision of the DCU from the ground up. However, Keaton's place in that universe remains a mystery. While this does not imply that Keaton's role in The Flash will be diminished in any way, the cancelled plans may indicate that Gunn and Safran do not have their actor in mind for the next phase of the DCU. Even though Gunn and Safran have had several fans complain about some of the rumored changes, it'll be some time before their full plans are revealed. And with Keaton already 71, many will wonder how much longer he can play this role as the Batman legacy continues to grow in new and unexpected ways. Following that, the cancelled Batman Beyond movie would have been perfect for Keaton. While the controversial cancellation of Batgirl was extremely disappointing, the fact that a live-action Batman Beyond film was also in the works for Keaton before it was cancelled is just as heartbreaking. Even before Michael Keaton was cast in The Flash, his role as Bruce Wayne had long been considered the frontrunner to co-star with a new Dark Knight set in 2040. In the animated series, a retired Bruce Wayne meets Terry McGinnis, a young man whom the original Dark Knight agrees to train and eventually becomes New Gotham's Batman. As such, the idea of a Batman Beyond adaptation set in Burton's Batman universe as a more satisfying conclusion to Batman and Batman Returns would have been quite appealing. Michael Keaton is the ideal age for a retired Bruce Wayne with enough gift to pass on his legacy to the next generation. Next up, why is DC wasting Michael Keaton's Batman return? Keaton's Batman is only confirmed for The Flash, although he was expected to be around for much more. Understandably, the DCU's future remains uncertain due to the new regime's appointment of James Gunn and Peter Safran. However, Michael Keaton, who is as eager as ever to don the cowl, feels like an opportunity is being squandered more and more. With all the tumultuous DCU news and updates, it's now a legitimate concern that Michael Keaton's Batman future post-Flash will be one of the primary casualties. If the cancellation rumors are true, the absence of a Batman Beyond adaptation will be devastating. Similarly, it would be understandable to wish it had never been in development, rather than learning that a Batman Beyond with Keaton was in the works, only to find out that it had already been cancelled. Moving on, why Batman Beyond movie should still happen. There is no logical reason why a Batman Beyond project couldn't still go forward, despite the rumors that new leadership and a new story direction are in the works for the DC Universe, DCU. Despite these problems, Matt Reeves as the Batman has never looked better, and Batman Beyond could exist independently of the larger DC Universe without any problems. Similarly, Keaton may continue to be involved with the movie so long as it continues to exist in the universe that Burton created. Reports indicate that Michael Keaton's Batman and Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman would have reunited to continue their unresolved romantic relationship if she had returned to the story as planned. The series Batman Beyond is widely considered to be among the best superhero cartoons of all time. It was just as innovative and groundbreaking as the first season of Batman, the animated series, which it was based on. Due to this fact, it deserves a live-action adaptation that stars one of the most well-known portrayals of Batman. In addition, any decision not to seize that opportunity is essentially a decision to pass up millions of dollars in inherent box office return. This is the case for any decision that does not seize that opportunity. Let's keep our fingers crossed that the Batman Beyond movie starring Michael Keaton has only been put on hold and not completely scrapped from the DC Extended Universe's plan for the future. Following that, why is Multiverse Barry Allen's Flash costume a Batman suit? It isn't easy to guess why Multiverse Barry Allen's costume is a Batman suit until the Flash's creators reveal more information. However, given that the Flash's suit must be designed so that it does not catch fire when he runs, it would make sense for him to wear a batsuit that has been meticulously bulletproofed and tested for war by a genius like Bruce Wayne. Because the bloodied Batman logo also suggests a darker narrative for Michael Keaton's Batman, and the existence of a multiverse raises the stakes even higher, Keaton's Batman may die in combat while saving Barry Allen. As a tribute to his legacy, Barry Allen may borrow his suit and proudly wear the bat symbol on his chest to honor his sacrifice, similar to how Kamala has Captain Marvel's yellow bolt on her superhero uniform in Ms. Marvel. There could also be less emotionally charged reasons for Ezra Miller's The Flash to pick up Keaton's batsuit. For example, Batman may give it to him in the aftermath of an emergency or a time-sensitive mission. Alternatively, Barry Allen could steal it after discovering it was abandoned in the Batcave. Next up, the Flash's Batman costume makes more sense with a Keaton return. The Flash's Batman costume makes sense, as Michael Keaton's Batman will have 7 suits in the DCU film, as shown in the Flash's CinemaCon 2022 footage. While MCU heroes such as Iron Man are likely to have multiple suits at their disposal, live-action iterations of Batman typically have a standard suit that is appropriate for their respective missions. The Flash's multiple Batsuits will most likely serve as a timeline for Keaton's long history of vigilante adventures and the corresponding technology he developed to defeat his supervillains. Fortunately for Barry Allen, one of these battle-tested Batsuits will serve as both his costume and armor in The Flash. Moving on, how another Superman can appear in The Flash. Even though Henry Cavill's return as Superman is good, another Superman could still appear in the DCU The Flash film. The plot of Flashpoint revolves around altering the current timeline while dealing with the multiverse. How Supergirl fits into The Flash needs to be clarified so that a new Superman could be intertwined with her story. If that's the case, a new Superman may appear. The Flash was made before Cavill's return was even considered, so a new Superman may play a key role in the plot that now requires them to stay, albeit in a different role. With Cavill's return, the DC Universe avoids a bad Flash retcon, but another Superman is still in the works. Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck reprise their Batman roles in The Flash. Multiple versions of Superman could be possible, allowing Henry Cavill to still make a potential appearance through reshoots or a post-credit scene, demonstrating that Henry Cavill's Superman is once again a franchise staple. Following that, Gotham Knight's uncertain future. While Superman and Lois are officially on the books for 2023, the question is whether it'll be their final appearance. It's difficult to say right now, especially since DC's on-screen future is still in flux. Furthermore, the new CEOs of DC Studios are reportedly planning to tell the biggest story ever told, which will include television shows. It's worth noting that Gotham Knights is already up against it. The first trailer for the CW series received such a negative response that the Gotham Knights video game series took to Twitter to clarify that the projects have no connection. Hopefully the show will recover from this early setback. However, it needs to be clarified whether the show's quality, or that of Superman and Lois, will impact what the studio or the CW decides. Finally, artists mix feelings on Hawkeye's promo material. During Hawkeye's run, David Aja had a difficult time because Disney used a significant amount of his work from the comics without properly crediting him. As a result of this, some fans have decided to boycott the show. This, however, is separate from the spectacular appearance of his work, which pays homage to New York City's harsh winters while simultaneously ensuring that the show's 2 superheroes and their super dogs steal the show. It's difficult to say why this poster wasn't used during Hawkeye's run other than on t-shirts and games with MCU references. If the circumstances had been different, there is no doubt that it would have received widespread acclaim. This imagery did its best to pay homage to Hawkeye's roots in comics while also providing the character with a solo story that fans had longed for. While the audience waits for news on whether or not Hawkeye will get a second season, posters like this will help remind the Marvel Cinematic Universe fandom of all the success that Renner and Steinfeld had in their first efforts together. What are your thoughts on our video? What do you think of Michael's Batman reboot? And would the Batman Beyond movie be perfect for Keaton? Please let us know in the comments section.